Okay, so I am Alex. I am going to jump into giving a reading. If you don't know, then I haven't it's like a whole thing. Like, I don't front very often. Like, yeah. Okay. I might disappear and someone else might take it. I don't know. But let's see what happens. Ooh. Alright. Yeah. Things are literally moving really fast. I can feel the energy moving through me really, really fast. It feels like something's going to come to light. Someone's going to come to you with information that will kind of open up everything. It will kind of like illuminate everything. You'll finally be able to see like the bigger picture and understand where it's almost as though you're going to figure out where you've been, where you're going, and where you are all at once. You're like, oh, I see. That's right. Like, literally everything is gonna like come together. You're finally going to understand why you've been doing the things that you've been doing and how you knew the things that you knew because of the destination. It's gonna be awesome. What do you mean? I'm getting like dancing, like with someone, like together, like romantically, like maybe not like dancing, but like holding and swaying and lovely vibes. So good. Sorry. It's like this new revelation kind of changes things, like changes like everything, like changes so much that you're going to just move in a completely new direction. You're going to say goodbye to everything that you know now and just be like, see ya, and just like move forward, onward. And I just remembered a thing from yesterday, which was an Onward reference, which now I want to watch that movie because that was a good movie. Anyway, yeah. Oh no. Well, it's just like there's people that are gonna try and keep you where you are. Like there's someone that's gonna cling and they're gonna make a huge deal out of like you moving on without them. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. It's the last temptation to stay in the old ways. Don't do it. They'll be like pleading with you. They'll be saying like, I need you. You have been enabling this person for far too long. You need to stop that. You need to go and live your own timeline out, and you need to stop babysitting this person. They are exactly where they need to be right now, and the separation is the catalyst for their growth. And then they're gonna level up heaps. So like, you don't have to like, I don't think you have to like hate them or anything. You can, like, you just can't, like, they're gonna make it seem like if you go off in this new direction, there's no future between you at all. But that's not true. That's just their fear talking. So you just need to keep showing up the same way that you always would with them, to show them that nothing has changed. That's all. But if they're gonna keep attacking you because of their insecurities, you're going to have to pull back more. I don't know, man. Just don't look back. Turn. If you imagine, right? If you close your eyes and then you imagine your perfect reality, and then you step back and you're not in the reality, but you're looking at it. Where is it? Like, because for me personally, if I am imagining like my perfect ideal life, which I am for some reason avoiding, but like if I think of it, then I immediately feel it is in that direction, and I am actively choosing not to look at it because I'm like, nah, this is reality down here. What do you mean? This is just wishful thinking. No. When you open a thingy, it's like a portal to that world. So, like, the portal to the life I want right now is right there. And why am I just scared to even look at it? What am I doing? True. I have gotten so accustomed to looking for all of the bad things, to see all of the patterns of everything, to avoid bad things, or to just take note of bad things, that I seem to block taking in good things. And that's what okay. Is this helping you? Because it's helping me. God damn it. Sorry. um. Sorry. That's a roller coaster. The first thing that I like feel when I look at this card and am drawn to was the fact that there was family and togetherness. But then the more I looked at it, the more I realized that there's a weight to this. There's sadness. Sadness in this family and this baby. And then it says, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. And it's like, okay, the energy I'm getting, it's like the parents needed to understand before something in the child could click into place and heal. But that, you see, I used to think that you didn't have to rely on your parents to, because I mean, I know people who have grown up with such a bad relationship with their parents that they decided that, like, they had a belief within their being that they weren't able to heal from that. They weren't able to heal from their childhood until their parent acknowledged something. And I kept trying to convince myself that that wasn't true, because I didn't want to go to my parents and demand that they, like, see what they did wrong, right? Although there have been times where my mother has definitely triggered that out in me, where it's not from like an emotional point of view, it's more of just a, like, because before I was like a couple of years ago when I was really in my, sorry, I guess this is a part of your message. I don't know. Um, this isn't a booked one, by the way. This was just a random one, so it's not like for someone specific, unless it is very relevant to you, that it is for you specifically. um, I was adamant that I didn't. Right, yeah. Right. Yeah. So when I was like fully, like, not okay, and like crying constantly all the time and stuck in child state and trying to get out of that, and it was like a whole thing. Oh look, now I'm like stimming several times. Okay. Yes, it's okay to do whatever your body needs to do to regulate things. Don't just like call it out and then stop it. You can continue to do whatever your body's telling you that it needs to do to feel better. Normalize. Anyway. I used to, because I could see all this information. I could see it all, and like I wanted to know why my parents weren't healing. I had a hyperfixation on healing. I'm now realizing right now in this moment. But they didn't. And my hyperfixation on healing was due to the fact that my parents didn't know anything about anything about healing or how to be a compassionate human there for someone. So yeah. But when I was really in the middle of like going through stuff, and I hadn't yet understood that no one was going to save me, and I hadn't yet recognized that I needed to step up and parent myself, because my parents weren't going to do it, right? So when I was super in that, and before I had that realization, I was saying things about like trying to like always probe further for where my parents could like heal, where there's information that they're not looking at or whatever. But I mean, I'm only also now just realizing now, right in this moment, that they were intentionally repressing those things. They were intentionally not looking at those things, and I was just like bringing them up, and they were getting really annoyed at me. I see. Yep. So, um, now, um, like more recently, my mother specifically said that she'd like to know what abuse we went through or whatever, abuse and neglect. So I just like talked, had a chat with like Grok or something about, or maybe it was just Google, I don't know. And I was just asking like, what are the basic needs that a child needs met, and like what happened, what does it look like if those needs aren't met, and what are ways that you can heal this, and what is an unhealthy way and a healthy way for the parent to respond to the child bringing this up, and like all of this stuff. Like she literally asked for it, so I just sent her factual information. It wasn't like out of emotion or anything. um but like it feels like this coming up in your message is a huge revelation for me, that sometimes like it is the fact that the parents need to face it first before that in the child can shift, right? Because there's such a huge hold over the perception for some reason. But hang on, someone else is trying to say something. Okay, so there's a whole, okay, yeah, so as the child, you have to take the steps, to do your own healing first. And when you get to a certain point where you've done a certain amount of healing, if certain people decide quietly to themselves that they want access to you and they want you in their life, but your vibration is at a certain level, they're going to be forced to go through some stuff that's going to take away all of the layers of false shit so that they can, right? So like, as the child that didn't have the support, going through everything alone literally is forcing the family to work out their trauma. It's literally forcing them to. This is how you break cycles. You're doing it! What do you mean? Good job, man. Holy shit. That's how we do it. And it feels like there's like a father energy that's feeling really like disappointed and sad, and I guess just down. It's like he sees the role he played in the things that happened, and he should have known better, and now he does, and he's like, fuck. And it's like, man, you need to, those people need to deal with their own emotions about themselves before they even start trying to work out their relationship with you. So they gotta think about their feelings about you. So their feelings about you and the perception of you is what has like triggered this whole thing. And now they're realizing that there was this false version of you that they believed, and this other version of you that really needed their help when they weren't there, right? And then he is having to realize the difference between how he felt about that false version of you, which wasn't even a thing, versus how he feels about this real version of you. And then he's like trying to figure out how he feels about it. He has to figure out how he feels about himself. The fact that he fell for the false version. Like, he has feelings about that. But now he has feelings about the feelings that he has now. Like, he has the feelings, and then he has feelings about the feelings. So then he's having feelings about himself in regards to the feelings. Like, he has just a whole bunch of feelings. And he needs some time to process all of this. There's some stuff. So, just let... just keep doing what you're doing, I guess. And to know that all of your efforts have been noted, and everything that you've gone through has been noted, and who you are after all of that is noted. Okay. Mm. All right. So obviously, I was literally just talking about this dude having a wrong opinion of you, and then realizing that, and then like having feelings about it. That's all like judgment. That's all like judgment, judging a thing, and then realizing you were judging the thing, and judging yourself for judging the thing. And this just says release harsh judgment, release harsh judgments, and forgiveness and compassion. Which, yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's like, okay. I was going to say it's not up to us to release them. They need to forgive themselves for all of the things that they did, maybe, or said, or whatever. Anything that played a part in anything, you know? And I was going to say, yeah, it's not our responsibility to release them. But then the thing popped up again saying, actually, you need to release them. You need to release them just like the parents needed to release this false thing in order for that weight to be lifted from the child. Because it's all one. If you expect them to if you're expecting forgiveness from them or on their end, but you're not willing to like have the vibration of forgiveness. They can't have the vibration of forgiveness if you have decided that you and this person and this situation are bonded. You both need to, if one of you isn't releasing the other, then that's mirrored. You're both doing the same thing. So you have to keep reinforcing what you want. Does that make any sense? I totally forgot what I was talking about. Just when I finished talking, by the way. Not like in the middle of talking. Yeah, it's all connected for you. Sorry. No, don't apologize. Ah! Alright. I was gonna do it again. Yeah, it's like, stop blocking yourself from seeing all of the resources that you have, and just fucking put down your guard and just fucking put it down and just notice, what does that mean? That the world is at your disposal. What does that mean? And everything will flow if you just drop the barrier. What do you mean? And there's like light coming in. I meant like rainbow beams of light, by the way, not just, I mean, it was, yeah. All of the light, all of the, we can, yep. Oh, sorry. I just remembered something cool. But I'll tell you on the other channel if you show up. I don't know. Alright, I'll do one more. It's been a weird one. Yeah, right? Literally. I just said that. A false sense of entrapment, feeling overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Literally letting, like, true. Hey, don't forget that you write the script of your reality. And what information comes to you the most is what scripts your reality, what writes it. And so you can write whatever, like, outcomes you want down, and then just like continue reinforcing that information as fact. I mean, that's how so many people have brainwashed themselves, by like looking at all like just information that is not true. You know, stuff that's obviously not true, like to use against like other political parties and stuff. But anyway, we don't need to get into that. Dude, sorry, I don't know why I just did that. Okay, no, stop trapping yourself. Stop it. No, write the story the way you want it to go. Yeah, to familiarize yourself with the vibration of that. Yeah. When you're reading a book and you're like sucked back into the same energy, like if you're in the middle of reading a book and you go back to it, it summons forth an energy when you're reading it. Wait, is that just a me thing? Do other people, surely other people sense that, right? Where you're reading your book and then like you get sucked into that reality. Is that, I don't know if other people experience that. But surely that's the thing that other people know what I'm talking about. And it's like you can connect to that energy whenever you want and connect back in with like the energy of that reality, and it will come with it like images and stuff from when you were reading it and you were tuned into that reality. But so like any reality is a reality if you write it into existence and you live in it, right? I mean, obviously, like there are I understand that you need to be able to reference, to have, okay, go away. I understand that many people measure reality by what you can measure with our current understanding of physics. But physics has literally proven that reality only exists the way that we believe it exists, as we believe it. So, of course, if we believe that there are specific limitations and we're measuring it against those imaginary limitations because we don't know what exists beyond that, then of course you're going to come to conclude that specific things that can't be measured beyond your limited means, like you can't just think that they can't exist. I forgot how I started that sentence, so I don't know. I saw myself say that in my like original videos from like 10 years ago, and I'm just like, lol, I still do that. But not as much. Just like completely forget how I was going to end it, but because yeah. It's fun. Anyway, just started raining. I Is that the end of the message? I think that's the end of the message. Stop feeling trapped. Like you're not trapped. Write an out for yourself and then do that and make that manifest. Don't like be overly forceful. You don't. I would never condone like harming anyone, but like if you ask for your circumstances to change, then look, you will be provided with options. Just look for them. You know, the universe bends to your will. But many people will themselves to be stuck because they are afraid of the unknown. But let's not do that. That doesn't sound cool. Let's not do that. Alright. I love you. Thank you for sitting through that. Holy shit. What a weird reading. I was just like, I hope all of that was relevant to you or helpful in some way. I'm gonna do some more of these because this is fun. Alright, I love you. I love you. Oh yeah, you should totally book in with me also if you wanted to. You aren't. Subscribe and all that.